Alright, here we go. This is my 1988 Mazda RX7. It's the S4 chassis. Bought this engine from, I believe it was Diamond Auto Japanese, something like that. It's an S5 Turbo 2 engine. J-spec. You know, there's the 84 trim single ball bearing turbo. That little red piece right here, that's just it's where the filter fits on. The filter is right here, just chilling right here, and the backside fits right on there. I just take it off just to make sure it's not leaking anything. Those are the Lincoln Mark 7 rims off of a 92 Lincoln, also known as the LSC. Those are the original seats. Those are just chilling back there. I got a container full of E85 just for the RX7. Running on a full tank of gas. I do the whole premix with this good old stuff right here. Castor 927. Get it at a local dealership over here. So that's what I've been rocking. I got some Powered by Max, PBM, whatever you want to call them, coilovers. Just got those brand new not too long ago. And I'm running MegaSquirt II version 3.0. That came out in like 2005. Got this crazy looking intercooler piping going on here, all the way up into the front. And my ghetto cutout front bumper. Shouldn't have never cut that bumper, but it is what it is. I'm going to make a little shroud for it, divert air into this and to the oil cooler that's sitting right there. And then the radiator. Still need to get my electric fans mounted and wired up. There's a slight crack on my S4 coolant housing neck, or filler neck. It'll leak a little bit of coolant once we get up to like 175 degrees. And I modified these coils too. These are the original coils. I did something to them. Same with the crank angle sensor. So a lot of fun stuff. 5 years in the making. This October will be exactly 5 years. I got MegaSquirt ready to go. Just gonna check all my parameters. There's the fan chilling back there. That's the little dust cover, boost controller box, an extra oil filter. You know, got all my fuses and relays all back here, courtesy of the previous owner. Got my 4-point harness that's bolted to the chassis back there. There's a frame mount in the back there. Drilled a hole. Got some grade 8 bolts. Oh, I can't open that because the seat I got this at, can you believe this? I got this at Nordstrom's Junker. It's called a U-Pull-It. Bring your own tools, pay $2 to enter. They had an 88 GXL exactly like mine with GTU seats in them. So there you go. Mint condition. I'm gonna have to run back there and get the other one. But yeah, here I'm just gonna have to turn the power switch on here. I got a strut tower bar there and a chassis bar there, and also triangulates. You can't really see it. I covered it up with a rug. So got our extra set of coils. I bet you can't see those. Trailing and leading coils and a crank angle sensor off that GT or GXL at the junkyard. So I'm pretty sure I clicked it on. Yeah, it's on. Let me get the keys out. You guys get to hear it run. And this is this engine runs pretty good. I've driven it a few times. I got the manual boost controller set at about, I don't know, 10 psi. I try not to get into boost very much, but you'll be able to hear it start up. Make sure the key's all the way in. This has got my EGT sensor, fuel PSI, boost, oil pressure, RPMs. Yeah, my RPM Tachometer doesn't really work. It's not picking up the signal. Water temp in the far left. Battery voltage in the middle. Fuel amount in the right. That's not currently hooked up either. So let me get this all started up here. Get this crap out of here. No, I don't want an update. Alright. May need to move the laptop over a little bit. There you go. Make sure that's in neutral. There we go. I was on the wrong file there. I don't know, the focus is kind of ridiculous here. -14, about -14, -15 pounds. That's vacuum right there. About 35 pounds per square inch of fuel. Oil pounds per square inch. PSI is 57.5. Exhaust gases are at 180 degrees. Water temp is at 77 degrees. Got 11.5 volts. I'll give it a quick rev here. And you'll notice that the tachometer doesn't really move, but it spikes a little bit. That weird popping sound, or that screeching sound, is the prop. Watch this. You hear that squeaking? But that popping sound you hear there is right at the downpipe. I got an exhaust leak, very minor one. You can hear it just go pop, 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 you know. I'll give it a quick rev and you'll see the tach doesn't move at all. Well, maybe a little bit. Thing is, my ignition advance is a little messed up, especially when I'm getting slightly into boost. You'll notice the bottom left hand one right there. That's the ignition advance right there, and it'll go red because it'll freak out. Oh, I didn't do it this time. The degrees jump. My fuel load and everything else, my map is not set up correctly. I'm gonna have somebody mess with that. But the RPMs on the Tuner Studio says I'm right around, 700, 800 RPMs. My fuel correction is not set up, so that's probably why my ignition advance is messing up as well. Pulse width is right at 5 milliseconds there. Manifold temperature is right around 64 degrees. EGO is, it says 0.44 volts. 95.2% fuel load. My ignition's right at 19.6 degrees. So I don't know whether or not that's good or not. I'm running E85 with premix. So, and that's NGK PowerDex AFX, AFR fuel ratio. And it reads in this gas stoic. So that's incorrect. That's not accurate to read off of either. So probably gonna have to get an AEM, EGEO, or UGO, or whatever that thing's called, because it reads in lambda. Then you can hear the whining of the fuel pump back there. I don't know, man. Gotta get this tuned so I could drive it. Oil pressure went from like 50 to like 33. Fuel pressure is right at 33 as well. Oh, at 34, 35. Vacuum's right at -11, -12 pounds. So right around, 850, 900 RPMs. It's right at 19, 20 degrees. Bring it up to like 2000. It's at about 25 degrees. Ignition advance. 2500. We're still at 25 degrees. 3000. Stays right around at 25. You can just feel that turbo wanting to spool up. It's trying, but I got it at low boost, about 10 psi. Did that on purpose so I won't get into it too hard, blow my engine. But there's somebody locally here that can help me out. I'm gonna get him to street tune, just a mild tune, but. My last turbo that was on here blew an oil seal and soaked my turbo blanket. So I'm trying to burn off all that oil on that turbo blanket. It's actually working. It still smokes a little bit. I don't know if you can see that smoke coming up. Oh, it smells like burnt oil too. You can sort of hear a little bit of compressor surge, but the oil pressure dropped again. It's at 22 psi now. Exhaust gases are right around 480 degrees. Fuel pressure is still at 35. Water temp's at 151. I'll be cutting it off here pretty soon. I don't want that thermostat opening yet. I gotta get that coolant filler neck fixed. You know, like I said, when I get into those higher RPMs, let's say it's right at 800, like I said, 800, 900, right about 1,000, fluctuates. Get into 2,000, 3,000 RPMs, it advances about 5 more degrees, and about sitting at 19.5 degrees, it gets about 25.5. I need to get my map set up. I need to get my Excel enrichment, you know. So hopefully I'll get this baby running. Well, that went offline. Go ahead and shut this off. But yeah, that's my baby right there. A little smoke coming off of there. You know, here I thought I was cooking up the oil here, but it's coolant cooled. With oil as lubrication, but the smoke's coming from the underneath of this turbo blanket. As I pull up on this, more comes out. So, well, there she is.